After that, that's the intro, and then does the pre-solo, and then the solo, and all that.
What is it?
It's the Emerald, the song by the great band Thin Lizzy.
Yeah,
Irish rock band I talked about recently.
Woo!
And the lead singer and bassist Phil Lycott. It was his birthday yesterday.
What?
He's been dead since '86, but
happy birthday, dead guy.
Yeah, he was born in '49, so it would have been old as hell.
Hey, along with the Thin Lizzy theme, the boys are back in town. Welcome to the Two Lonely Boys in a Canoe podcast. I'm Chris Evans. That is my friend Trevor Ahlstrom. How are you guys? How you been doing, Trevor? How's life?
Good. And we also have the kitty Ferrari.
We have Ferrari the cat stepping in, doing cat stuff.
Yeah.
She's just laying there right now.
Don't worry, she'll be wild later.
She'll be a wild ball of fire. So what's happening, Trevor? How you been, man? Everything cool?
Overall, yeah, pretty
good.
No
murders?
No murders, no rapes, no burnt churches, no mass school shootings.
So you didn't get raped, or you didn't do any raping?
I plead the fifth.
I plead the fifth. Just like our president, or our ex-president.
I can't recall.
It's so weird, man. That motherfucker got his house broken into by the FBI.
Finding boxes of secret documents, but
they're like, "Hey, bud, what are all these?" It's like, I gotta catch a flight.
I gotta go to Russia real quick. I have an old friend.
I got a buddy I gotta go see about a passport.
Yeah, he's been putting it off for a while, but we need to talk and hang out.
In case you folks haven't figured it out, Donald Trump sucks.
Sucks all the big black, green, blue.
Like, I don't even give a fuck.
Cocks.
Democrat, Republican, whatever.
He's a shit person.
He is just a shitty dude. He's just a bad human being. Fuck him. Let's start off on the right fuck. The right fuck.
Oh, right. Well, the right foot's
the right fuck is all fucked up.
The right fuck is all fucked up. Potential episode, but
no way, man. It's too early. It's too early.
Yeah.
No, I'm glad to be here, man. It was a hell of a week. Our Sunday episodes are, I think, some of our better episodes because you've had a couple days to rest.
Yeah.
I'm coming off of my work week going into my weekend, so I'm a little bit more higher energy. And today at work, it was pretty nice.
It's good.
It wasn't deadly, you know what I mean? And
no babies ate anyone dingoes, or didn't have to deal with any crazy stingrays.
I think in most days at like a job, for most people, there are a lot of chaotic days, you know? So the weird days where you get where there's just a calmness, you're like, what's happening right now? This isn't normal. Like, it's definitely one of those deals that you can appreciate it a little bit more when it's a nice calm day.
I get that.
Yeah. So how was your day? Was it calm, Trevor? I like the calm vibe.
Yeah, it was very calm.
Chameleon. No. No shout outs for Boy George.
Yeah. And there was a girl I used to be with that used to sing that at me all the time.
It's a weird song.
Yeah, because I ran a machine called the Camille, which was a machine that wrapped cabinets in plastic, and there was a certain.
I bet I could name the girl. Name the girl.
Don't say her name. But yeah, her name started with an L, and her hair might have been purple or green. But yeah, she would sing that song to me, and
you might have fucked her while her boyfriend was sitting outside.
Anyways.
That was awesome.
Moving on. I'm a good holy Christian, can't you tell? Kidding.
All right, church boy.
Well,
choir boy.
I have been kicked out of a church. But anyways. Moving on to news.
Trevor's news, Trevor. Coming at you live with the motherfucking news.
So, local news. We have a whole thing about local town square here where the craft fair and everything has been taking place. There's been a lot of promises about how
Can you call it a town square if it ain't square?
It's kind of circular. So
Yeah, it is kind of circular, right? Yeah, call it the town circle.
Town circle. You have a point. It's like a giant roundabout. Actually.
Exactly. It's like there's only
roundabout.
a one way and kind of.
It's a roundabout with porta potties and bums and just like.
And a lot of people
needles
selling
hanging out.
expensive hippie stuff.
Way overpriced shit.
Way overpriced hippie crap. If you want to get your Native American medicines, you go buy it from a white girl named Trish.
And she'll sell it to you at twice the price that the native tweaker is going to sell it to you in the alley a few blocks away.
But you might not get what you're asking for with the tweaker.
Hey, sometimes you don't get what you want.
Sometimes you gotta party it up.
Yeah. You get what you need.
Buying meth from a dude behind a vending machine.
Why not? And free churros.
Alright. Alright, you sold me on the churros.
Yep. Moving on. So, yeah, some local news about how they promised to replace all these, replace the craft fair, make its own pavilion, and get rid of curbs, and they were gonna just add all these buildings, a facility, and then they realized, oh wait, you kind of swindled us a little bit. When afterwards they got the money, they're like, actually we'll just save it for other things. Like, could have would have gotten away if it too wasn't for Eugene Weekly News.
Oh, Weekly News. Trevor's busting all the big cases wide open.
I'm the fucking gumshoe, bud.
Only
I'm
you
detective.
can prevent forest fires and homeless masturbation.
Well, I've masturbated while I've been homeless before, so I can't hate on that too much.
Yes, you can. Because it's always one thing when you're the homeless guy doing it, but it's always another thing when you catch a homeless guy doing it. You're like, what are you doing? Jerry Seinfeld it up real quick. What are you doing?
Getting close.
Why are airplane peanuts now?
Getting closer to God, bud.
Do you feel the love? Ah!
See what I did there? I gave her some food, and I'm going to tell her about the Bible, and I'm going to take her and I'm going to fuck her.
That's a pretty crazy story. A little Two Lonely Boys context. Once upon a time, I was leaving a dispo, and as I'm leaving a dispo, I can see this tattered woman kind of walking by my truck, and then this man approached her, who looks a little tattered, but not as bad.
Yeah, no.
And then he talks to her for a moment in front of the truck, because he's kind of holding me up. And then she goes into the dollar store, and she goes to get food, I guess, or something. And then the guy comes up to my window, and I'm rolled down. I got a cigarette out in my hand. And he goes, you see what I did there? And I was like, what? And he goes, I talked to him about Jesus, and I tell him about the Lord, right? And I was like, okay. And he goes, and then I give him some food, right? I give him some EBT food. Then I was like, okay. And he goes, then I take him back to my motel room, and I fuck him. And he was so proud of himself. I said, okay, and then I just drove off. It was the most awkward interaction I'd ever had with a homeless person, just telling me he uses God and food stamps to fuck homeless women.
At least he's honest with you. Gotta give him that.
I mean, a little bit too much honesty, man.
Yeah, sometimes TMI.
Yeah, I didn't know him. I didn't know him like that.
Yeah.
Hey, random stranger, did you know the earth is flat?
By the way, food pyramid, bullshit.
Yeah, it's upside down.
It's upside down. It exists in multiple dimensions.
They did a great joke on South Park about that, how the food pyramid was wrong all the time.
Yeah.
And it was just
I gotta
upside
see this.
down.
I gotta see this.
You gotta catch up on South Park, man.
Sorry.
Trevor's always trying to play footsie.
I got big feet. We're size 16.
He uses his excuse like he's never been around people with other feet. I bet he just stomps on his girlfriend's feet and he's like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm a big-footed idiot. And then she's like, my fucking toes. Ah.
So, you know.
I love you, man. I love you.
Anyways, moving
Trevor's
on.
like, fuck you, man. I don't step on her toes with my toes all the time.
I mean, she can't really feel it if I've already murdered her and I've cut her up and put her in bags and, done these things.
Necrophiliacs. They feel, Trevor.
No, they don't feel.
Yeah, they do. The bodies don't feel.
It's true. Hey, quick,
Trevor, you got feelings.
quick joke for you real quick. What was a favorite dessert of Ed Gein, the guy who was the Texas Chainsaw Massacre guy?
What was his favorite dessert?
Lady fingers. Oh, gotta give me that one.
The gruesome twosome.
All right, Always Sunny in Philadelphia reference.
Shout out, It's Always Sunny.
Fucking Charlie and Frank.
All right, I got another crazy story to follow that crazy story.
All right.
Or actually, I got a news thing. I got a news thing myself.
Go for it.
All right, so there's been a missing girl in the news here lately, a 16-year-old girl.
Is she a white girl?
She is a white girl. That's why it's getting so much publication. When a missing young white girl goes missing, boy, you better believe everybody's
Is
on
her
it.
name like Brittany or Alyssa?
I don't remember. She's a white girl that's gone missing. But today, they've been looking for her for over a week and something. Today's the first day they've had any real developments. Oh, no. So they did find a body. They're not sure if it's her yet. But they did find a body in the water next to the last place she was seen. I don't know if they recovered her car. Maybe they have. But it's fucked up, man, because this girl went to a party. And it was like a, underage party. Everybody was underage drinking and fucking around and shit. And when she disappeared, the cops were just like, we don't give a fuck what you did at the party. Come forward and help us find this girl. Like, the ship's done and over with. We can't charge you now. Nobody really came forward, man. A lot of those kids just clammed the fuck up. And they didn't say shit.
That's the cops. I mean.
Yeah, but that's the problem, man, is that, like, somebody knew what the fuck happened to that little girl. Probably. And her family was just fucking in tears, crying and begging for them to, tell them anything. And everybody's just like, don't snitch. And it's kind of hard, man, because, like, I remember when I was younger, I used to believe in that shit, too. But as you get older, man, like, everybody snitches at a point, somewhere along the lines. You have snitched, everybody's gotten snitched on. So, but yeah, hopefully that little girl's not dead, and if she is, man, hopefully they get whoever done did it. R.I.P. whoever that body is.
We shall see what we shall see, I guess.
Yeah, man. Developing news.
So it's national news?
Yeah, it's been going on the national news for the last week or so. But I always love that too. A young white girl goes missing, man. Everybody's on the case.
I'd be more excited if it was like a young hot Filipino chick went missing. I'd be like, ooh.
Nobody would care, man. That's the problem. Is like you hear about
like Filipino chicks.
You hear about the young white girl getting kidnapped 10 times over any other ethnic kidnapping.
Because the people in charge of the news usually
a pretty white girl pulls in a lot more viewers, unfortunately, than a pretty black girl. And I don't know why the fuck that is, but
because there's more older white people that are in charge. They're like, oh, that could be my daughter or my granddaughter.
Probably.
So they have that whole thing.
So here's my advice, media and news. Diversify your shit. If you want to start covering the news, don't just cover the stories you want to fucking cover. Tell them all.
I agree. But
we're on a roll here, man. Only 13 minutes in. We're rolling.
Rolling. What?
Rolling. Come on! It's just one of those days you don't want to wake up. Everybody sucks. You don't give a motherfucker.
Hey,
Shout out Limp Bizkit.
I did all for the
you
nookie.
Want to testify?
Generation X, Generation Strange.
Ripping someone's head off.
Our generation.
Limp Bizkit was pretty cool when he came out, and then he just faded out because Eminem came over and beat him up. Eminem just came and ripped all the other white rappers from Detroit's face off.
Yeah, he went fucking alpha male on the white rappers.
He went Goku on all of them. He pissed on fucking Insane Clown Posse, and he bitch slapped up fucking
Vanilla Ice,
yep. And fucking he told Kid Rock to suck a dick. It was funny. Kid Rock actually has him on a song when he was really young out of Detroit. I think it was like one of his first radio songs that he ever was on.
This was the 90s. Probably the 90s.
Late 90s, yeah. This was when Ba to the Ba was real big. This was 2000.
Yeah, it's late 90s. Other happy national news. The Kobe Bryant death that happened when the aircraft with him, his daughter,
what?
And 7 other people.
Trevor, what are you telling me? Hold on. Where's Kobe Bryant at?
He's not around anymore. But do you know
What? Why? Where'd he go?
He got recruited by Satan, because he was starting up a league.
He balled out on God.
He balled out on God, and
Satan's gonna kill off Michael Jordan. Next, he needs a squad. He needs a tune squad.
He needs a tune squad.
It's Space Jam 3. Space Jam 3. No LeBron James.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. No. I remember hearing about this. Kobe's wife just got a settlement from I think the county of LA or something like that.
Law enforcement because they were
California.
Yeah, the LA County sheriffs and law enforcement because they were sharing photos improperly of look at these dead ass motherfuckers. Pretty much.
Not even. They were like, look at Kobe Bryant's plane crash or helicopter crash. They took photos and then they went and they showed people before the family even knew what was up. That was the fucked up thing about that whole situation is the media knew what was happening before the family even knew what was happening.
That's pretty fucking crazy.
And I don't know, man. I got a problem with the media the way it is today because they only fucking cover what they want to, and then they make people's tragic moments, particularly, fucking money for them.
Yeah. Like you see, someone crying because her son was brutally murdered, and all of a sudden everyone sees it. I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
It's rough. I have some positive news.
What's the positive stuff?
News. The fight promotion UFC, a new welterweight champion, Jamaican-born, English-raised Leon Edwards defeated the massive heavy favorite, who's Kamaru Usman, who's been the pound-for-pound champion for the last year, and it was one of the biggest upsets. The last 54 seconds of the last round 5, Leon Edwards did a perfect head kick and knocked out a guy who was undefeated and the best.
You want to know?
And it's fucking it's causing a huge fucking upset. Like Dana White, everyone's like, "What the fuck?" Like they were already planning Kamaru's next big fight, and this threw a wrench in all the big wigs' plans. And the dude's a good dude that fucking struggled for years. The pandemic. He just had all this upset, and his nickname was Rocky. And this dude had the most.
Rocky.
They played the theme song as he was celebrating. They played it. So it was a good feel good moment, and he called his family.
I still get jacked up when I see the first Rocky.
Yeah.
When he's getting up in the morning and he starts cracking eggs into a fucking cup.
Or when he goes to the meat freezing plant and hits on the.
Well, that scene, I think. It was added later in the film, but that realness of him getting up in the morning, he looked tired. I don't know if he was really tired, but he cracks 2 or 3 eggs.
Oh, I've seen him.
And then he just drinks it straight back, and I'm like, there's no acting to that. That's a man drinking 3 eggs in the morning.
76. No, he did that.
Yeah,
that was really him.
And you can just see him gulp it down, and then he starts to get ready to train. He gets ready to. Go outside and start running.
Cold as fuck. It's out in the wintertime.
Wintertime in Philly.
So it's cold. He's out running. And he's just a regular dude that's barely getting by, and he fucking...
He's an ex-bouncer, or not an ex-bouncer, he's an ex-enforcer for the fucking mafia.
Yeah.
And he was a low-level enforcer. He wasn't anybody to anything. He was just a boxer that could, rough a couple guys up around a dock.
He would go to, the shipping, the shipyards and the factories and, the construction sites, the poor industrial part of town.
You owed somebody $50, and he showed up, and he was like, you're going to give me the $50 or I'm going to fuck you up,
Yeah, but he's like, I don't want to do it, but it's how I pay my bills for my place.
If I don't do it, I'm going to be in the
streets.
same boat as you.
Yeah.
So, Rocky was a great movie, but that is crazy. And you want to know something nuts about UFC, and I know that you love it particularly. The moment that UFC got killed for me, and I know the moment, because when I heard about it, I was just like, no. And I was just like, I can't do this anymore. It's too aggravating.
What's the moment?
Was when Anderson Silva's leg got smashed in by that dude,
Chris Weidman,
by a crazy leg kick, a wild leg kick that he was.
Well, Anderson Silva did the kick.
Yeah,
Chris Weidman simply blocked it. He blocked
him.
He blocked it with a hip twist. I've seen it.
And Anderson Silva just shattered his leg, and he was one of the best fighters I had ever seen.
Yeah, he had the
him
longest...
and George St. Pierre, those two.
Yeah,
this guy Uriah Faber. Uriah Faber was a crazy one.
I actually got to meet Uriah Faber because he was from Sacramento.
Yeah,
and when I was high school,
crazy wrestler.
Yeah, when I was a senior, and I was wrestling the 151 weight class, he showed up to we were doing a weekend long wrestling camp where it was I remember I won't forget this, but we used the showers, but as soon as classes were over Friday, the wrestling team had to stay the entire weekend, and we literally trained for like 12 hours. We spent the night just sleeping in the wrestling room, and we fucking watched Vision Quest, and like some of the parents like brought us some chili and like but we stayed there for the entire weekend, like the whole time. And then Uriah Faber showed up and fucking did a clinic, and he kept using me. He kept picking me as someone to like practice
kept beating up on you.
Yeah, dude, that dude was like 5'5", 145 pounds, but he was one of the strongest dudes I've ever like dealt with. Like, he challenged the our coach, who was like a 265 pound big Mexican dude.
Yeah.
Who was a good wrestler. Just he had played football, college ball for Boise State. Like he was a big bad dude, and he got challenged by Uriah Faber, and Uriah Faber grabbed him and threw him. And fucked him up. And we were like, we had never seen one fuck up our coach like that. But yeah, he was just a cool dude. He gave us free gear, and he was just a great dude.
So I got a great story about when I was in wrestling. They used to bring other teams over to wrestle with us, friends of the coaches and stuff like that. My wrestling coach in high school was an Olympic gold medalist.
Yeah, that's badass.
And so he had a bunch of friends at the other schools that were also wrestling coaches that all tried to just build the good wrestling community. But there was this one coach from Plantation, I think it was, and he was this giant big black guy. He must have been 6'1". He's pretty tall, and he was like 350 pounds. Humongous dude, but solid muscle. I swear to God, like he had a big gut. Yeah, he had a big gut, but dude, seeing this guy move was like lightning. It was the craziest thing I'd ever seen.
It's like watching a heavyweight move like a welterweight or something.
Really, really fast. And I got to wrestle him a few times, and he was really great. He must have been in his late 30s or early 40s. But I remembered that dude in particular because I was like, he's such a big guy. How does he move that quickly? And I saw it a lot more as I got into watching like state competitions. In the state competitions, especially in heavyweight and 215, you don't see as much speed, but the guys that have it at that weight class, they dominate, man. Yeah. The speed in a heavyweight competition is the ultimatum. Like, it always makes or breaks a wrestler or
Daniel
a fighter.
Cormier for a period was the heavyweight and lightweight champion because he was Olympian, and he used that, even though he was smaller than all the other heavyweights. He was able to use it to his advantage. It's pretty crazy.
And that was something I had to figure out because I always got on that line of heavyweight and 215. If you don't know, in high school wrestling, there's a humongous gap at the end of weight classes. I think it's 65 pounds or something.
Yeah.
Which happens in none of the other weight classes. The other weight classes are 15 to 20 pounds or something.
I know 215, and then once you're over your heavyweight, that can fucking go all the way to...
Yeah, and my biggest issue is I was usually coming off of football, which I was like 250 pounds when I was playing football. So I'd have to drop 30 to 40 pounds almost in a couple of months to get ready. It was such a thing, and I'd always end up about 225. Like I could never. I got down to 210 once.
You were a lighter guy for heavyweight.
Yes. Yeah. So I had to learn, instead of being stronger than all these other dudes that were, I had to learn technique, and I had to learn speed. And that's how I learned how to beat up on bigger dudes than me.
There you go. Next thing, science of sweating.
Sweat science, I like it.
So this one, I haven't recently looked up a lot of stuff on it, but I mean, it's your skin's way of keeping itself cool, regulating your body core temperature so you don't overheat and die, similar to pigs. Pigs have this too. The epidermis is pretty crazy, and it's able to moisturize all this excess heat and then send it off through your pores. And if you have clogged pores, it can cause issues. So that's why I've heard about even like coworkers, like these ladies that try to cover up their skin with makeup.
Sure.
They've talked about how they've had issues where their sweat just gets all crazy afterwards because their pores have been blocked, and but their skin's trying to sweat.
It's trying to do what naturally.
Yeah, but they're not. But for whatever reason, they decide they want their face to look good. But then it's funny is I've seen chicks where if they sweat too hard and their pores are blocked, their makeup starts to melt. So it looks like their face is melting. Like they like at one point they look like they have Joker, where half the makeup face is like, yeah, and you're like,
Right.
oh shit. Like there's this hot blonde secretary I work with, and she's been doing that in the heat, and it's caused part of her face to like look like it's melting. And I looked at her, and she's like, "Don't say anything." Like, okay. All right.
Women are so touchy.
Yeah.
Here's something.
Like you're working in the heat.
What
Who
are you
gives
doing?
a fuck?
What are you doing?
Stop trying to look pretty. You look pretty enough. I need to.
I
No.
need to.
No,
Yeah.
that's your ego.
That's your ego.
That's your ego.
Great point. Great point.
Got it, buddy.
So check this out. There was a girl. Once upon a time, I worked at a fucking car wash at a casino, which was a crazy ordeal. We used to wash these like $100,000 cars, and the car washes themselves were like $100 or so.
Damn.
But the dudes that were doing them, me and like two other guys, were getting paid like
Way less.
$12-13 an hour.
We're getting paid the minimum.
And we weren't
Of course.
getting any of the tips. None of that. That was going to all the girls that got the car washes. So we were working for nothing pretty much, and we were getting our asses kicked all the time. But there was a bonus to having a lot of hot girls come around. You're at a casino.
There's a car wash at the casino?
At the casino, the Hollywood Hard Rock.
That's where you worked at?
Yeah, it was one of the
shit.
biggest. It is one of the biggest casinos in the country.
We've talked about it.
It's one of the biggest in Florida for sure.
Didn't you say it's a Seminole reservation?
Yep.
Okay.
So I
See,
worked
I'm
there.
learning Florida shit.
Yep. So I worked there, and there was this gal who was really cute that would come around a lot, and we talked a few times. And one day, I asked her why she wore so much makeup. Like, I thought naturally she was just a pretty girl. She didn't need to have a bunch of makeup on. And this has happened to me twice in my life. It's happened to me 2 times. You say this to a girl with all the best intentions, and they take it in their own crazy direction, and they're immediately like, you're a fucking piece of shit. You don't think, like, you can't tell me how to wear my thing. And I'm like, yo, your face looks fucking retarded. You look retarded having this argument with me. And they're just like, you're a terrible human.
You don't know the struggle, you fucking
and I'm like,
man.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm
Yeah.
like, no, I'm just telling you, you would look way better if you did it a lot lighter with the makeup. I'm talking foundation, eyeliner, maybe a little bit of lipstick.
There's definitely chicks that don't even need that. They're just like naturally hot enough. They're out there.
And when we say this, women, don't take offense to it, but we think that
You don't need no
makeups, especially for a man, like, we don't see the appeal as much.
Yeah, especially if you're a straight man, like you're raised
But
like you don't.
On the other hand, here's the other hand.
Okay.
You ever see a chick when she is all done up, she's ready to go out and have a good time, all the makeup, all the stuff, it makes sense.
Yeah, she
It
goes
makes
from,
sense.
I've known that where chicks go from like a 6 to a 9.
Yeah, you take a girl that works hard all day long in the sun and never wears makeup, and you throw some makeup on her and you shower her up real good, throw a nice dress on her and some heels.
You could charge her. You could charge her as an escort for $100 an hour. There you go.
You see where Trevor's mind's at.
The Bible. Yeah. Anyway.
Okay, I got another crazy story that happened at work today.
Okay, now I was gonna have you do your movie review.
Sure. Yep.
Yeah.
So here's another crazy thing that happened at my job today. Fucking, while I was getting out of the bathroom from taking a shit, actually, it was nice to sit down for a moment.
Yeah.
And then I got up and I'm walking out, and there's all these people like, Chris, come, Chris, get over here. And I'm like, what the fuck's happening? Is there a fight outside? And so I go out there, and there's these 2 homeless dudes. And they're not fighting, but they're arguing. I guess they had just had a disagreement.
They're in the your parking lot.
They were on the back side of the building, right where our donation center is. So there's a gap. There's a blackberry bush that runs the whole length of it, and a couple trees. And then there's the wall for the back of our building. And there's a gap where everybody just kind of walks through. It's a little walkway.
Okay.
But the homeless people use it to just get by, and I'm always fine with that. Sometimes they linger and they fuck around and start doing drugs out there. So this young kid's been coming around the last couple days. He's like 22 or 23. He's all fucking hooked on meth. And this other guy, he's a normal homeless guy that's around there too. Well, apparently, when I got out there, I was with my other manager. The one homeless guy had stolen the other homeless guy's basket and shit because it was his the other day. So I guess this dude took his shit, and he was getting his shit back. So the guy that was tweaking out's the young kid.
Street justice.
Yeah, the guy that was tweaking out was the young kid. And we were just like, bro, you gotta go, man. You're fucking tweaking. You're all over the place. You're acting crazy. So he goes through the motions of being like, oh, I'm leaving. And then he stays, and we're like, dude, get out of here. You gotta go. And he goes, all right, I'm leaving. He walks like 10 to 15 feet, and he starts having like a complete meltdown. He just starts throwing shit and flipping out and fucking cursing, and he starts swearing, and he starts saying, I am God, don't you know? I'll bring wrath upon you. And then he's like, I'm the devil too. I'm all of them. You know, and he's just like, he's flipping out. And I go up to him again. I'm like, bro, get the fuck out of here. You're about to have a problem. You know, I'm just pissed off at this point.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm sorry, man. You know, like he calms right back down. And now he walks maybe 30 feet, you know, maybe 40. He's almost to the end. He's, you know, like 50 or 20 feet from the end. So he stops again and starts having another meltdown because now there's distance. And he starts just letting loose. He's pissed off at the world probably. But he just needed somebody to scream at. So I was like far enough back. I had a knife in my back pocket. I wasn't afraid of him. So I was like, I'll just stand here. Make sure he doesn't come back. And let him fucking get it out. You know, let him scream a little bit. And just hearing him go on about somebody broke up with him. That was one thing. There's a girl behind it.
Of course.
You know, he was pissed off that I guess his mom kicked him out. He was pissed off that this dude stole his shit that he stole from him. And he just wanted to get some frustration out. So I was like, I'll be your vent, man. Fucking yell at me. I don't care. And he sat there for about 20 minutes screaming and flipping me off and calling me names. And eventually, he just kind of calmed down and walked away. But, you know, the problem resolved itself. But I think it's such a weird thing that, you know, he's a young kid, man. And he is just in a bad way right now. And it happens to a lot of these kids out here in Eugene. They come out here from California. They come out here from all states. And, you know, they come out here for a different life, something I came out here for as well. But they get lost in the drugs, man. They get lost in the drugs and the wave of homelessness. And it's sad to watch, man, because, you know, this could be anybody's son. This could be your son, my son. This is a young kid. He has his whole life ahead of him. But right now, he's just in no condition to be helped. Maybe he just needs somebody to talk to. And that's why I felt like I was like, just scream at me, man. I don't care. Yeah, it doesn't hurt me none.
It's very good of you.
But
did a good thing, Chris.
Life's tough, man. Life's tough on the streets. I've been homeless.
Yeah.
I've been fucked up before, not on meth or drugs like that, but I've been wasted and fucking depressed, you know, and shit goes through your head, man. Sometimes you just need a friend.
I've been there too, and it is rough.
Yeah. So be good to people out there, man. You never know what they're going through.
And it could be you someday.
It could be you someday, 100%, man. That shit happens.
But I mean, if someone is trying to harm you or someone, do what you gotta do. But if they just need to yell, just let them yell.
Yeah, maybe just getting it off their chest or screaming about something will give them a moment to think, you know? Sometimes you just need to get it out. No.
That brings me, I guess, to my story, which last Friday, when I was on the bus early in the morning, my 7 to 7:30 bus ride, west end of town, we had gone past the library. We were like right in the middle of downtown, and this dude got on, and I instantly knew he was trouble because he had his sweatpants on backwards with his pockets out, and he's grabbed them, and he had crazy like the professor from Back to the Future, Doc Brown hair.
Christopher Lloyd.
And I could tell he was our age. Like, he was literally our age, and
Younger.
Maybe a little younger. It's hard to tell sometimes. Drugs make guessing age hard.
Drugs make you age quick.
Real quick. And especially doing drugs on the streets. But he was obviously in a certain mood, and he got on and he instantly started to do this dance like he was one of the inflatable people at a car dealership where they have he's a
promotional inflatable.
A promotional inflatable where they have literally just like a giant fan just underneath keeping this thing upright. And he was just keeping his legs almost perfectly still, but just scooting along. But he was doing this crazy, just bobbing his torso around, like not in a natural sort of way, but just fucking violently.
So a crazy guy got on the bus.
And he goes by and he sees this other dude's like, hey man, you're gonna need this. And he fucking tosses to this random dude sitting by me a pack of fresh cigarettes and a lighter. And this dude didn't know him, and I was like, thanks, I guess.
Appreciate it.
And he kept going and walked right by me. I'm like, oh shit. And I put my book down. I was like, I'm gonna have to defend myself. So I kind of got ready, and he just like brushed his hand against my chest and kept going like, all right. And then
Trevor got felt up by a homeless dude.
hey, he didn't hurt me. He just rubbed my titties. So anyways, kept going. And then he went up to the bus driver. I was sitting near the front of the bus. Went a few more feet to the bus driver, which is separated from the rest of the bus by this like plexiglass sort of barrier door.
Keep the guy with his pockets all turned out that's bobbing and weaving.
Dude, they have to deal. Shout out
Keep
to
them out.
Shout out to bus drivers, especially public bus
Shout out
drivers.
public bus drivers, man.
You
God
deal
damn, you put up with some shit.
Like more than the rich people that make rules for your salary and the bus rules. They never have to deal with it.
Like bus
they have no
drivers-
idea the amount of shit that bus drivers, people
drivers
that take the bus every day, have to deal
Catch
with.
so much shit. Like
Like
more
life
than
threats.
teachers, probably more than cops.
Because they have to deal with the crazy
They
public.
have to deal with the public all the time. And most of the people, unfortunately, that ride the bus, sorry, Trevor, they're lower income pieces of shit.
Hell yeah.
No, you're not a piece of shit. You are lower income, though.
Yes.
No, bad.
Very.
Bad, Trevor.
Bad poor Trevor.
Bad poor boy.
Anyways.
So Trevor just fucking made sure this guy didn't go nuts on the bus.
So I
basically.
went up to the bus driver, and then he starts doing the dance, still the crazy thrashing dance, as this bus
Cars
driver
are for sale.
gets some free hot dogs.
Hondas.
Was he like E40? Ooh, tell me when to go. Tell me when to go. But as we're making this big turn, like this giant right turn onto Garfield, this bus driver just, I could tell I looked at the guy and he like looked over, he's like, that's it. And he's like, that's it. He's like, you gotta get on the bus right now, get off. And he pulled over real quick, and the bus driver was just losing his mind at 7:20 in the morning.
Can you blame him?
No, not at all. And the guy like gave him a sassy look, was like, fun. And then as soon as he got off, the bus immediately pulled off right as the doors were closing. Like, this bus driver did not wait a second longer. And as he pulled away, this guy kept walking along the sidewalk parallel to us, and he gives the shooting a gun.
Everybody's getting
hand
fake
sign.
shot.
Yeah, he did the face shot to the bus driver, and like he stopped moving all crazy for a second, just stood normal, and then did that, and then just kept doing his crazy promotion balloon cartoon walk away. And this old guy sitting across from me, he's like, yep, that guy's been on that shit. Let me tell you, if he keeps it up, he's going to be in jail by tonight, folks. He's like this older dude that's bald in his 50s.
Of course, some old dude's calling it like it's
Yeah.
a fucking TV show.
Yeah.
He's like, well, that's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes.
I'm sure this guy had done jail time. Like, this guy looked like he had done some time.
He's an
like,
old timer.
Yeah, he's like,
yeah,
he's going to be in there.
He's like, I've seen it all.
Seen it all.
Oh man, that's a good story. Homeless people are crazy. Fucking, I got a crazy story about 7-Eleven again. Hey, can we just pledge our allegiance? I think to 7-Eleven as a store. They have kept us.
Episode.
They have kept us. Yeah, we're pledging our allegiance to 7-Eleven as a store right now.
This is our 7-Eleven tribute.
Yeah, of course, because 7-Eleven as a store
Kept the poor
has
folks alive.
been our fucking like
Grocery store.
our grocery store for the longest time, and we are just a lower income small household that fucking we're trying to get by, man.
Even
and
when we were homeless, like that was a place.
7-Eleven
even in the past, it's a place you go to.
So clutch.
Yeah.
It's really hard to beat decent coffee. They got donuts usually.
During
they
COVID.
have pizzas.
Yes.
They got fucking hot dogs. They got fucking snacks. Sometimes they're a little overpriced, but for a
They're
convenience store.
open to the public, and
slushies.
during COVID, they were one of the few places where you could still get food and still get service when a lot of other restaurants or else were shut down.
And I'll tell you something that is cool about 7-Eleven, and that I will put up against any wing shop in this fucking town, is they make some pretty decent cheap wings.
They do.
They have these buffalo wings there. You can get like 10 for, I think it's like $15 or something, $20. But you get these giant drumsticks, man. They're fucking wings, but they're huge. And I'm just like, well, how the fuck can't most wings be like this? Like, whenever I've gotten wings in this fucking town, for some reason, they are the smallest things they could find. Yeah. Fuck wings, hot mamas. Fuck hot mamas.
Yeah.
No, man, I don't know. 7-Eleven's been a friend to me for many years, and I'd just like to pledge our allegiance because they did this thing on the bonfire where they've been talking about Wawa forever, but Wawa doesn't do shit for them. So eventually, Bert Kreischer said something about Wawa, and they were immediately like all over him. So Big J and Dan were like, "We're pledging our allegiance to Sheetz," which is like a northern east convenience. It's a gas station.
No, you've actually you played it for me.
Yeah, Shane Gillis is like the one that's all about Sheetz, and he was trying to bring Sheetz into them, but they were like, "We're Wawa boys," and they had an episode recently where they're like, "We're renouncing Wawa. We don't want any more Wawa stuff. We're going strictly Sheetz." And it got me to thinking. I was like, "Well, what would our convenience store be?" And I was like, we're 7-Eleven boys, man, if anything.
Yeah.
We love our 7-Eleven.
We hate
it's always open.
We hate corporations, but they're open and it's cheaper in other places. And sometimes you get lucky there. I hooked up with a chick that worked there one time.
Hell yeah.
Jewish girl, blue hair, big tits.
Nice.
But she got hooked back on meth and got fired and went absolutely crazy. She's a hooker on the streets now, but she was fun
These
while
things
lasted.
happen. But I think
she
that,
like 7-Eleven was always open.
I think that like in the worst moments of our life, yeah, I like that.
Come on.
Yeah, I like
That's
that.
a subtle joke.
But like in the worst moments of your life, man, when you're sick, when you're out of food, when you're fucking just needing a beer or something, whatever.
Especially, even out in like rural places.
Cigarettes.
Even out in the, I've been out in the boonies and like
usually a 7-Eleven.
Yeah, even a gas station. There's nowhere else around. Like, hey, I just need to get something to drink and some smokes. And a few years ago, still a payphone or something.
Yeah.
And that was, and like if it was raining real hard, you could stand under the structure and get out of the rain, which I've had to do too.
Of course, it's raining. Nobody wants to get completely wet. But yeah, shout out 7-Eleven, man. We pledge our allegiance to 7-Eleven. And anybody has any other way to change us otherwise, please leave a comment.
And if you want to maybe phone numbers for hot single chicks that aren't too crazy, you can
Trevor,
do that too.
you trying to play matchmaker over here? You trying to do the love tester? It's Trevor's world. He needs a girl. He needs a girl that doesn't mind that he's a piece of shit sometimes.
Anyways.
So that was pretty good.
So 7-Eleven.
Oh, but I also, there's one more thing. I got a 7-Eleven story real quick. I'll make this one fast. So 30 minutes for a fucking cup of coffee.
Oh, here you go.
So I went into 7-Eleven after work the other day for a cup of coffee. And walking into the store, I could already tell it was busy. There was a line. There was a truck out front delivering stuff. There were 2 girls behind the counter and maybe 6 or 7 people in line. But I was like, 2 people, 2 registers, it'll go kind of quick. And I didn't realize until I got into the line with my coffee that something was wrong at the registers and nobody was moving. And I was like, shit, what's going on? So I kind of peeped the situation because I've worked in convenience stores. And so what they have at the first register is a woman with her 2 crazy ass kids that just won't stop running around the store. Drinking slushies, and she's getting a slushie and ordering a pizza.
Was she on any drugs, Chris?
She could have been a meth mom, but she looked sober at the time, so I can't say.
Okay.
She definitely looked like she had done drugs in her life. But so the woman is paying in a coffee can a change. I mean, pennies, dimes, nickels, probably no quarters.
Hell yeah.
And she's paying for a pizza,
Hopefully
3
no
slushies.
Canadian coins.
I don't know.
Anyways.
But on the next register, you have these 2 guys. One's a white dude that kind of looks out of place. He looks very like he doesn't go outside much. He plays a lot of video games. I don't know what you call those types. Not invalids. Those are dead people.
Recluses.
Recluses, yeah. He's like a white recluse. And then he's with
like
this
Golem, precious.
Yes. And then he's with this really hood-looking black dude with a do-rag on and a wife beater.
Their connection, drugs.
That's the only 2 things I could put together was either they're an extremely awkward gay couple or drugs.
Probably
the only 2 things I could
drugs. Probably drugs.
So I was like, all right, so what is these guys'
brings the
deals?
most random people together.
It does.
Yes.
So the white guy's trying to pay for some stuff on his phone with an app. You have the card, you have the app on your phone. You
Scan
can pay
the
through
phone
the scan.
over it, yeah.
It's not working for him. He keeps trying it, and it's just not working. So he's getting frustrated, and he's trying to find other ways to pay and stuff. So the line's not moving at all. So I'm just sipping my coffee, and I'm like, yeah, it'll take a little bit. As this is happening, like 7 more people walk in. So now we got like 14 people in the store. Everybody's grabbing shit, and everybody's getting in line. And so I'm just watching the line pile up, and I'm like, oh, wow, it's gotten busy. And people are still walking in and leaving, kind of. They're like seeing how busy it is and then walking back out. And there's a guy that comes in at a point, and he goes, what's going on in here? And he just throws some money on the counter, and he leaves. He's just trying to pay so that, you know, the world can move forward, I suppose. And it was pretty funny because the white dude didn't accept the money. And he was like, no, I have money. And then the meth mom, she was like, yeah, I'll take it. You know? So the meth mom gets the money. She pays for all of her shit with the cash. She then instructs her kids to grab all the change back. Right. So instead of putting it in the coffee can, it's these 2 kids. One's maybe 5 and the other one's got to be 4 or 3. It's a girl and a boy, and they are just shoving. The girl's got a dress. They're shoving a ton of change on her dress, like she's holding it up. And the little boy is walking around in swimming shorts with pockets full of change. And they're walking around the store, and they're drinking their slushies and refilling them, but they're dropping change all over the ground. It's the weirdest sight. And eventually the gay drug dealing couple, they leave. That's what I would call them. Okay. And then what I realized is the other girl behind the register is brand new. She knows nothing of what she's doing. The one girl has been there 3 weeks, so she's fairly new.
Like the employee staff rundown by
God
Chris.
Damn it, dude. I know these people because I visit this particular 7-Eleven frequently. But something's going wrong at the registers. It's taking a long time to get my coffee. So I just come up with the idea, if I finish this coffee before I get the register, I'm just out of there. That's the way it works. If you finish your drink before you're taken care of, that's America, folks. I think if it's in your belly, you can't prosecute. So,
is that what Jeffrey Dahmer's going to tell people? Hey, it's in my belly. You can't prosecute.
The woman that has the kids is yelling at her kids to get over here. Get over here. And eventually, she just goes, I'll be back for my pizza. You know? And they're like, yeah, thank you, please. And so she fucking leaves. And the line moves forward. Maybe 4 more people come in. So there's got to be 20 people in this line wrapped around the entire store. And I'm just like, I just want my coffee. I walk up to the register and I needed cigarettes. She goes, anything else for you? I was like, no, coffee. And she goes, is that going to be cash or card? I'm like, cash. And she's just like, 20? And I was like, yes. And I just wanted so badly to get out of the situation. And the second I got out of the door, after it was all said and done, I was just like, what the fuck was I just in? What just happened in there? I looked at the time. It was like 7:10. I get out of work at 6:45 or 6:15. Oh, it was a little over fucking, 30 minutes. I was
wondering what happened to you. I'm like, did Chris have to fight? Did you have to fight another crazy methed out dude in front of a 7-Eleven again?
And even with all that craziness, I still went to that 7-Eleven today for some more coffee. It was busy again, but it wasn't as that bad.
There you go.
So that's my 7-Eleven love and hate story.
There you go.
What you got, Trevor? You got another thing?
I'll move on here. You have a movie review on.
Oh yeah, I got the
documentary.
Show. Yeah, I was watching recently. It's a documentary series that they do, and it's kind of called like what was it? Britain's Benefits.
Only Humans channel, then Benefits Britain.
Benefits Britain.
Season 2, episode 6.
Yeah.
About the dole.
And it's basically about the people in the United Kingdom. Well, I guess it's not a part of the United Kingdom anymore. England, London, that general area.
That's England.
Yeah, England. Well, I hate how they disband from the UK and all that political bullshit. If you're in England, you're still a part of the UK. I don't give a shit what you say.
Now, Ireland's apart from it now, but Northern Ireland still wants to be part of it.
Ireland and Scotland are their own entities.
Yeah.
You cannot compare Ireland and Scotland to anything else because they're not fucking landlocked.
And then you have, well, it's all an island. And then you have Wales, too. But
yeah.
Yeah.
Anywho, The documentary series that I've been watching is really interesting, and it's about English people that live on the dole system or the benefit system of the United Kingdom. Yeah. And basically, they just give people an allotted amount of money per week so that they can feed their children, pay for certain things like rent, and it's basically people that can't work. But what they have in this series is a lot of younger people and a lot of people that are capable of working that just choose not to. Yeah. And in the UK, in London in particular, healthcare is taken care of, education up to a degree is taken care of. They don't have it terrible over there. It's a developed nation.
A little more socialist than where we're at.
A little bit, but that really doesn't have anything to do with, I think, their benefit system. But I think just like anything that's good, people will find a way to abuse it.
Oh, yeah.
And then we do it the same thing in America. I've told you the story about the woman who used to go buy crab legs and steaks and roll off in a Escalade on brand new 22s. And she was paying with an EBT card every time. She had like 5 kids.
Damn.
So, yeah, the state gives you money for kids, but you're not supposed to spend it on fancy shit, people. You're supposed to feed them. Anywho, there's a lot of cracks in the system, but I think young people just not wanting to work, that's a really fucked up thing we need to kind of discover. Why do young people just not want to work?
I know that because we're both young adults that work full time physical jobs.
Of course.
Because we were taught that's what you do.
You have to. If you don't work a job and you don't provide money for yourself, some sort of income, you'll die. Especially as an adult.
Unless you do travel around, and I've done that too before. You can definitely travel around and get by.
Well, you can travel and get by, but that's no life, It
is a life, but it's an alternative that most
people... It's a hobo life.
Which you can do, like travel transit.
Do anything you want.
But there gets to a point where people get old enough that where... if they don't die or something else happens, go to prison for long term.
You're 75, still riding the rails. You might have made a mistake somewhere along the lines.
There is a point for a lot of people that are like, all right, I should have a normal life. Maybe have one address, have a regular job.
All you need is one bad night on the streets or one bad night in a fucking dark alley with a bunch of people, and you'll be rethinking living on the streets pretty fast.
Or you're dead. Yeah.
Yeah. But anywho, a lot of the people don't have to worry about that in England as much because they're set up pretty well financially, at least when it comes to Medicaid or with Medicare or with healthcare, let's say.
They're more socialist.
And food. Like, they're not letting everybody starve in that country to death. There are hungry people, don't get it wrong, but it's not Africa. It's not South America. So, people, stop being fucking lazy. Get up off your ass. If you can get a job, please go get a job.
True. People are trying to be cool now.
No, fuck being cool, man. Stop trying to be a TikTok star and an Instagram model. Go get a job and fucking start a family and be normal.
Even if it's at 7-Eleven, maybe?
Whatever you gotta do to get by, baby. You can do all that side hustle shit when you're fucking stable. Stop trying to live off of fucking the system and try to chase your dreams. What kind of rapper do you have is like, yeah, I was on EBT forever. Oh, yeah, Josh.
Anyways, shout out people that don't want to work and just want to become rappers. So yeah, moving on.
You non-skilled motherfuckers.
Moving on, I got my album review.
Do it.
And my album review is pretty awesome. It is about a folk punk band called Blackbird Rom.
Okay.
It's Blackbird like the bird, and then Rom is R-A-U-M.
Right.
And they've been a folk punk band for probably the last 10 years. Actually longer, 15 plus years, because the album is called Swidden, S-W-I-D-D-E-N, kind of like a cake. And it's from 2008. And the year I graduated high school, so it's been around a while. And it's definitely it definitely uses like folk elements like polka and bluegrass, and then they mix it with like hardcore punk and even black metal. And the song I recommend for everybody to listen to is called Witches. It's like, witches that cast spells and do all those things. And you should check it out. And the album's probably like 45 minutes.
What was the name one more time?
The band is called Blackbird Rom.
Blackbird Rom.
The album's called Swidden.
Swidden.
And then the name of the song is Witches.
Witchy Woman. No.
So yeah.
Hell
that's
yeah.
my review. It's good.
How many albums out of your album review would you give it? 10 records or one record?
Since we're talking folk punk, I would say how many banjos with punk rock stickers on there? I would say probably like 8 out of 10 punk band covered banjos, I'd say.
Hell yeah. 8 out of 10, baby. I likes it.
Then we got History of the Crescent Wrench real quick.
Do it, man. History of the Crescent Wrench. Some dude named John Crescent.
Well, the guy that officially gets credit for it, name was Edwin Beard Budding, and he was an English engineer. He got credit for it in the 1880s. But then an American with the last name of Crescent, he was also an engineer. He's the one that started the company that everyone associates, kind of like Kleenex isn't actually called Kleenex, is the brand name, but it's a tissue. Same thing with Crescent. That was just
that's very American of him. You know, we like to steal a lot of things from other people, Trevor, and then call it our own.
Yeah.
Except for Ford.
The official name is called an adjustable wrench, because you do have Crescent wrenches aren't Crescent company, so you'd call them an adjustable wrench if you're in the U.S.
Shout out to Henry Ford, man, for fucking making the assembly line. That's a crazy thing.
Yes. Change things. But if you're in Australia, the Crescent wrench is called a shifting spanner, and if you're in the UK, it's called an adjustable spanner. By the way, folks, metric Crescent wrenches, they don't exist, so if some old guy asks for it, tell him to fuck off.
Trevor had to learn that the hard way.
No, I've seen it happen to other people. I've seen it happen. But yeah, Crescent wrenches, they're meant for different screws, generally like the hexagonal screws, bolts.
Adjustable Crescent wrench is really awesome.
They are pretty nice. But yeah, the 3 parts generally is you have the movable jaw portion, and then you have...
Oh yeah, no, we're talking about the adjustable.
Yes. And then we have the fixed jaw, which is the rest of it, that's solid. Mm-hmm. And then you have the worm screw, which is the actual screw that you use to adjust
the length.
The movable from the non-movable. Yeah, it's been around for a long time. It's been used. It's used every day in not only trade jobs, but just fixing daily things.
I use them pretty frequently to fuck with bolts on my job.
Yeah, I do too. And it's a very useful and common thing that people don't think about enough, probably. And
I think that a lot of the times when you're using a tool, you don't always appreciate how much that tool had to go through in like development and processing.
When it got manufactured, it got shipped. Like the life of a tool, like it deals with all kinds. It gets thrown around all the time.
And then it ends up with you. And usually, if you're pretty good at keeping your tools, most people are okay at doing it. But if you're good at keeping your tools, a good tool can last you 20 years, 30 years, maybe.
Yeah. Like you're officially supposed to grease the worm screw every now and again.
Well, that's maintenance. That's maintenance.
Well, that's part of keeping it.
Yeah. You know, but I got a cool Crescent wrench story. So there was an adjustable Crescent wrench on both sides of this one, and my brother, it was covered in rust. It was pretty far gone. And I was going to throw it out. I was like, yeah, it's old and it's beaten. And he's like, no, don't throw it out. And so what he did was he took a little bit of wire to it, and he cleaned it up a little bit, and he took the rust off. And then he soaked it in motor oil for like a day. And then he took it back out and he cleaned it back up, and he brushed it a lot. Put it back in the motor oil, brought it back out, cleaned it up even more. And then he made sure everything worked on it, gave it to me as a gift. And that was the Crescent wrench that got stolen out of my truck that was in my toolbox. These motherfuckers. I hate Eugene sometimes.
The world does work for taking rust off too.
Yeah. Shout out, I didn't get to a couple topics, but shout out James Hong. He's an awesome fucking Chinese-American actor who's been in so many cool things. Zach Brown Band, check out Free and Into the... I really love listening to. I turned Trevor on to it. The South Park 25th concert was recently. You can check that out on YouTube if you want. There's a lot of cool South Park songs that get played with Matt and Trey live.
And Primus.
Yeah, Primus live. But yeah, Trevor, you want to go ahead and start rapping, man? We got about a minute or two.
Yeah, I guess also shout out to folks that have nightmares like me on a regular basis.
Oh, Trevor has a nightmare story.
Yeah, just on a regular basis, it's like I'm getting chased under a church, or I'm in some sort of, or this last night I was in the Vietnam War. The time before that, I was in a zombie apocalypse, and like it's some like very graphic, real shit, and you wake up and it takes you a few minutes, like, oh.
You should look into your dreams, man. There's a lot of science behind what your dreams mean.
Yeah, that's definitely a thing when you're an artistic, creative person. Crazy dreams sometimes are associated with that. So
You're a troubled artist, bro. I know
yes.
it. Your trouble is you need pussy.
It's been a minute. Very true.
Grab your guitar, grab your pussy getter, and play a sweet tune so that we can tell these people that have a great day.
Yeah.
So like and subscribe, guys, to Two Lonely Boys in a Canoe podcast. We're working on a lot of crazy behind the scenes shit, but we'd love you to like and subscribe if you could. And check us out. Check out the earlier episodes. This one is going to be 33, I believe.
Yep.
All right. So Trevor, hook it up. Folks, that's been Two Lonely Boys in a Canoe. We will catch you Thursday.
Next Thursday, by the way.
Thursday.
We got episodes up to episode 32 posted. So check it out.
Go check out the YouTube channel, like and subscribe. We will get at you next time. Trevor, anything else?
As always, remember to piss in waitresses and tip your urinals.
Stay funky fresh, y'all.